If I died tomorrow, what would you think? What would you say as you raised that drink to all that I've done, all I've achieved? How many tears would you shed when you grieved? We're just dots on a timeline looking for the place that I'm going to find mine. Yeah, I've cried for those who have passed. My only hope is that the memories are going to last long enough for me to make my own impressions, but I'm not expecting the answer to those questions. The ones that we have in the back of our mind. The ones we spend so much time in our lives thinking about while we sit around and drink, and we drink enough till we start to sink. And this might seem depressing to some, but when I feel like shit, this is just how I think. We all have to deal with these situations. Life spits in our eyes with a smile on its face and says, hey, if you got a problem, the devil's got a method that you can use to solve it. You got drugs, alcohol, self-harm, and suicide. Other people wonder why some of us just want to hide from all of that pain, all of that suffering. And we sit here complaining that YouTube's buffering. Now, I ain't never had a problem with narcotics, and to some of you, that might not cut it. But just because my story ain't a Hollywood blockbuster, it doesn't make it any more microscopic. Everyone dies. That's a hard fact, and we've all got to live with it. But to some other people who get caught in a rut, they don't see this shit to be so simplistic. People go through things they shouldn't have to because some sick fuck needed his kick. You call her a whore because she might have slipped, but sometimes you got to fall to make lessons stick. October 10th, 2012, a date that another mother's life was shattered, and she tries to pick all the pieces up to help someone else who's been bruised and battered. And you abuse the power at your fingertips to make fun of every single thing that happened, when if it was your child who'd hung itself, you'd be the one who was trying to find a balance. Searching for solace while sitting in silence, until the lights flash blue and you hear those sirens and they carry her stone-cold body away, and the sun sets on that horizon, knowing that every single day for the rest of your life will now begin without that person. I don't know, just to me, that's one of the things in this life that I find so fucking disturbing. The way that we treat each other, when we think there won't be any repercussions, when we think that nobody's watching. But to be honest, that's a pretty stupid assumption. Now, I've dealt with my fair share of shit in my time, and I know that everybody has. And I tried to live my life with no regrets, but still there's things that haunt my past. All right. You ever hear this song? I'm speaking directly to you. And I'm accountable for my actions. There's no hiding from the truth. I stood there and watched, and I didn't even move a muscle. I could have yelled stop, but I just watched you struggle. My only excuse is that I was scared too, and I look back now, I feel sick with myself that I didn't step up. I hid at the back, even though that I knew the right thing to do. Teachers, students, everybody saw it. We all took it in and nobody stopped it. You called for help, but everybody opted out. They formed a circle and started to shout. Gathered around the schoolyard like animals, yelling at the top of their lungs, craving blood like a cannibal. Someone shouts fight, someone else thinks that's the right thing to do. You take a second to blink, the next thing you knew, you've jumped from a high school into a zoo. There's a whole pack of lions back with a crew. It's survival of the fittest and they're coming for you. People seem to say that those years were the best that we'll ever have. That we'll never experience anything as good as our lives that are now in the past. But when you have to wake up day after day, that ain't the kind of shit you want to hear someone say through the pushing, the shoving, the beating, the mugging. You want to scream, make it all go away. It's all my fault, I take the blame. I don't want to be noticed, just forget my name. All I can do is kneel down and pray that tomorrow won't be the same as today.